What's up, dude? Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this weekend my videos got kind of wonky. This video that I'm posting today, I actually wanted to post on Saturday, but I didn't end up getting to that because some other stuff popped up. So I'm posting it today. So I recently came across the Reddit community called NoSleep. So I thought it would be fun to read a couple of stories from this subreddit. So I hope you guys enjoy these. If you like them, please be sure to comment down below that you enjoyed them so that I know to try to look and find more good stories. So some of these, I didn't read all of them. I just read the title and then a few of the paragraphs, and if it was good and it kind of caught my attention, I decided to read them. So the first one is called I Love My Wife, Which Is Why I'm About to Die. Fuck me. I married Alyssa because she was the archetype of my physical and emotional attractions. Small, cute, unassuming, wouldn't hurt a fly. Literally, a fly came into the kitchen once and landed on her food, so she made a second breakfast and ate it outside. She didn't want to deny the insect a snack. She's great, or was. I don't know. This is why I don't usually ask questions with difficult answers. We each have our own credit card accounts, then share a third. We don't fight about money. It's great. Or it was great. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so she likes this esoteric jeweler. The business is called Blood Milk for reasons I cannot fathom. The role of a good spouse is to support the weird shit we don't understand with an attentive ear and an open heart. But I can never remember what pieces she already has because each one is just categorized as that strange thing in my mind. So I looked up her browser and purchase history on her laptop while she was at yoga. Bad idea. Today I learned that my wife spends time online searching Lululemon, blood milk, Buddhism, tantric sex, yay, Mother Jones, NPR, nature, how long human decomposition lasts, garden shears, is chloroform real, zip ties, hacksaws, bleach, lye, scrub brushes, shovels, how long does it take a human to suffocate, State Farm life insurance, which I get through my employer, and how the killer fucked up on Serial podcast. It was so out of character for Alyssa that I genuinely believed the computer was in error. It was more likely that it had somehow read a different person's browser history. To put my mind at ease, I looked up her Chase account. She never told me her password, but I know that it was Butterfly. I can say this with certainty because I know my wife. It revealed that she had recently purchased groceries from Vons, gas from Chevron, jewelry from Blood Milk, $191.30. Let's stick to a budget, Alyssa. Dinner at Aro with a friend, a refund of $191.30 from Blood Milk, thank you for being reasonable, and a substantial amount spent at Ol's Hardware. So I logged into her Ol's account. Again, Butterfly. Again, I know my wife. She had purchased garden shears, zip ties, hacksaws, bleach lye, scrub brushes, shovels, gloves, and a 36-inch axe. I leapt 3 inches from the chair and dropped a tiny turd nugget into my briefs when the doorbell rang at 8 p.m. Yes, I peeked through the little hole in the door and hesitated for 5 minutes before opening it. I was hanging by a thread at this point. The whole someone is just using my wife's accounts and computer and they want to kill me narrative was now my flimsy at best. But I finally opened it to reveal that a box had been delivered. Damn, the guy's job had him dropping shit off to strangers' houses on Friday night, probably for dirt pay. There's a scary story. I pulled in the delivery that had Alyssa's name on it and closed the door. I told myself that it was fine to open her packages specifically because I didn't think her murder gear was inside. Her murder gear was inside. I almost cut my finger on the hacksaw. Everything was exactly as described, except for the envelope. My instincts told me not to reach for the envelope because I wouldn't like what I found inside. I opened it and did not like what I found inside. A thick stack of photos awaited me and I looked through every one. Pics of me driving to work, pics of me at work, pics of me driving home, pics of me showering, pics of me taking a shit. Why? The phone buzzed and I nearly had a heart attack. I gazed around the dark house. Who was here without my knowledge? I looked at the message. Hi baby, home in 15 minutes. Want anything from Vons? What was I supposed to say? That I wanted a stabbing weapon, a mind eraser, or a new wife? I hyperventilated into a paper bag for a few minutes before texting her back a brilliant response designed to throw her off. No thanks, babe. That should buy me some time until I figure out what to do. because my wife will be home shortly. I can't call the police for a crime that hasn't happened yet. Confronting her would only accelerate her plans, and not confronting her desire to kill me will result in her killing me. What do you suggest? Because I hear her car in the driveway, and if I need to grab that axe, I should probably do it right now. So that is our very first story, which I think that one's a pretty good one. This next one is called My Girlfriend is Watching Weird TikToks. I need advice. I'm terrified and I need advice. I've always been a long sleeper. I go to bed early and wake up late. My girlfriend Lucy, on the other hand, is a night owl. This combination has developed in me a habit of falling asleep to the quiet ambient noise of electronic speakers. Whether it be a conversation between George and Jerry or some LA vlogger going on about the latest Starbucks drink. Most recently, it's been the ever-changing sounds of the doom scroll on TikTok. That's funny, I like that, the doom scroll. Monday started out as any other, except for my allergies making it impossible to concentrate at work. I expected it with the changing seasons, but this was worse than ever before, and I scheduled a doctor's appointment that day. The evening was uneventful. Lucy and I fell into our nighttime routine. As the sunset slipped away, we lay back to back, but close together. My eyes were already closed, but I opened them briefly to check my morning alarm. The room was mostly black. The wall illuminated slightly by Lucy's phone light. I could hear quietly some popular hip-hop song, a boy talking, an ad for face lotion. I closed my eyes again and was soon asleep. I awoke with the urge to pee. The night had progressed. The room was blacker. The wall was still illuminated. As I opened my eyes and oriented myself, I heard screaming. Children screaming. Luce? No response. Ever so slightly louder. Are you still awake? Yeah, a click, and the room turned totally black. What were you watching? I heard screaming. Oh, just the stupid TikTok. This lady who works at a daycare put a scream mask and scared the kids. So stupid. She's going to get calls from the parents. That's so messed up. I went to the bathroom and returned. I could tell Lucy had closed her eyes. Tuesday passed by quickly. I felt more myself at work. Lucy texted me mentioning an all-day conference on Thursday. She'd be back by the evening, but it would be a long day for her. Early start, late end. Tonight there was no TikTok. Lucy found a new show on Netflix. I was reliant on her for cultural awareness. The main character received a cancer diagnosis. The rest Lucy would have to fill me in on as I fell asleep before her again. This time, I simply awoke. It felt like I hadn't slept much. Again, a light on the wall. The quiet sound of Lucy's phone, but this time, men screaming? No, yelling. I heard a frantic, shit no, no way this is happening. Luce, what are you watching? I said at full volume. Huh? Lucy was startled. Oh, sorry, I guess it's time to put it away. What were you watching, though? Oh, it was some dudes who lost a motocross race or something. My algorithm is so weird. We fell asleep. As Wednesday went on, my mind went back to the night before. That video, the yelling. That aside, I was a little concerned at how late Lucy was staying up. She'd struggled with insomnia before. Those TikToks probably weren't helping. My plan was to discuss it on the weekend. She had that conference tomorrow. That would be on her mind. As we lay in bed, Lucy perked up for a moment. She warned me. An alarm would go off in a few minutes. It would be a trigger to put her phone down. I was pleased. Lucy recognized her bad habit on her own. Maybe there was nothing to discuss this weekend. I stared at the wall, eyes open for a minute, then closed for another. An elderly couple talking, their voices shaky and broken. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. I sat up quickly. What is up with that app, Lucy? What? That app. There's always someone screaming or yelling or upset about something. I only now noticed the anger in my voice. I quickly settled down. Okay, geez, I'm sorry. The phone clicked closed. I'm sorry, I'm just really tired. Don't worry, I should sleep anyways. That's when it happened. The room went black. I was under the covers, tight, in the middle of the bed. Her feet hidden by the bed, Lucy was there. In front of the TV, floating, mouth wide open, eyes white, shining. She rose slowly. I felt absolute terror. Her feet slowly became visible, and she started to approach. I tried to move. I tried to scream. My head sank into the pillow, slightly sideways, so deep half my mouth was covered. Then a jolt, and I was upright. My room filled with light. She was gone. I was alone. My first thought was to call in sick to work. What was that? My mind danced between different places of information. The videos she was watching, I only heard them, never saw them. What was she watching? As I paced the room, I thought of some option. Simply confront her? Call a doctor? A priest? About 30 minutes of uncontrolled contemplation. I went to the bathroom and splashed my face with cold water. Suddenly, I realized my mania. It could have been a bad dream. Lucy probably didn't want to wake me and left before I woke. It all started to click. I decided to try and get some rest. Sleep wouldn't find me, but I could rest. The evening came, and early sunset brought a violent red into the sky, slightly seeping into the living room where I sat. Despite my rationalizations, my heart jumped when Lucy pulled up. There she was, a small knife in hand, her phone held up beside her head, camera turned front, a smile on her face. It felt like she was running towards me, yet it's clear her pace was walking. I stepped back as she opened the door. "Luce, what are you doing?" No response. She approached. "Luce!" Still nothing. I ran upstairs, the only way out, opening the window to the roof, the damn bug screen. I virtually destroyed it. Turning back, I saw her there again. The only option was to jump. I write this from the nearby forest, ankle twisted. I need advice. I'm terrified, and I need advice. That one was kind of good. I think between the two, I like the first one better. Alright, this is our third and last one, guys. It is called Cotton Candy Scalp, and I saved it for last because it is tagged as NSFW. 15 years ago, a boy by the name of Preston suffocated in the ball pit at our local indoor playground center for kids. I know this because a sign remains on the outside of the entrance part of the netting. Do not sit on others in the ball pit. All faces must stay visible at all times. Preston had cancer during the time of his death, and the school bullies were notorious for calling him Cotton Candy Scalp. With his hair lost, the worst of the bullies made fun of him by referring to him as that sugary treat. They would often yank his hair out. Whether his death was intentional or accidental is a mystery, but Preston was found buried deep in the ball pit as the others around him played. Preston's death was a big story in our town, but when I was a child myself, I didn't quite grasp the significance of it. I just wanted to have fun myself, just a kid being a kid, but when Mom dropped me off at the ball pit while she was out for a smoke, I had a collision course with Dean. The one kid my age who hated me, picked on me whenever the coast was clear. Since I was scrawny and flimsy looking, Dean insulted me by saying, "Cooper, the ball is bigger than your head. All of them are." Now this playground was the kind of place that did not have parent supervision. All the parents chatted outside with their cigarettes and sodas, so unfortunately it was just Dean and me all alone for the 10 minutes of chaos. I remember the ball pit rumbling, coming to life. "Cut it out, Cooper!" Dean shouted. "I'm not doing anything," I responded as I noticed a hand emerge from behind Dean. I fell back in shock and watched the hand reach for Dean. Dean felt something touch his back and turned. "What the?" Another hand surfaced, followed by what looked like the top of a young kid's head, the face still hidden. Before Dean could cry out for help, the two hands latched onto Dean's face and tugged him down. Imagine whisking your morning eggs, but doing that to someone's scalp. The two hands dug into Dean's scalp and twisted and turned and pulled flesh, discarding it like it was cotton candy. Blood poured down Dean's head like a freshly colored snow cone. That's kind of funny. Dean's body flailed and sank into the depths of the ball pit. I went to retrieve his body and pull him out, but only two sad eyes looked up at me. Preston's eyes, and atop Preston's head, a compressed mishmash of Dean's blood and guts. Preston smirked at me and then vanished. While I wet myself and shook frantically, I sat there, teary-eyed, trying to wrap my mind around the display of horror. When I got the courage to move again, I rushed outside and grabbed my mom's hand, pleading with her to come and look inside for Dean. But they never found Dean's body. The ball pit was empty. No blood. Nothing. I told the parents what I saw happen to Dean, but they did what adults often do. Didn't believe me. Instead, a missing persons case was filed for Dean. Posters littered the town, but to this day, Dean remains missing. Okay, so these stories are kind of corny, I'm not gonna lie, but I thought that this was just kind of a fun, different change of pace for us. But that is my video for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you actually enjoyed these stories, comment down below and I would seriously love doing more of them for you guys. Thank you for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and have a fantastic day. Bye, guys.